I'd like to introduce you to Elizabeth and her dad, Mike. They've been coming to St. Joseph's for a number of years now. In fact, Mike, I think you were an altar server a few years back, weren't you?
Yes, quite a few years back.
Nice. The reason why I've asked you to do this interview is just to learn a little bit more about what's going through the minds and hearts of young people as they discern God's dream for them, and also what maybe some of the concerns are, for parents. And so, Elizabeth, I'll start with you. And just wondering, what kind of things do you consider when you're looking at your vocation and how to live it out?
Well, I found when looking into what I want to do, I've gone to a lot of sources. I know my parents have helped me a lot, people at school, the internet, and just finding inside me what my talents are and how can I use them to the best of my ability. That's helped me a lot too.
Are there any things that you like to do to find out what's going on inside? Is there anything that's really helpful to you?
Of course, yeah. I find my friends at church and of course praying, that always helps a lot. And just talking to God and asking what He wants from me always helps.
All right. Is there any vocation that you're thinking of these days, or is anyone that's particularly attractive to you? Or?
It's hard to decide. I think when I grow up, I do want to be married and have a few kids, and well, for my future, I want to be a scientist or doctor, something like that. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm looking into right now.
Awesome, it's really exciting.
It is.
And so, Mike, I'm curious to know, as a parent, what is it that you're really hoping for? That Elizabeth finds, and what would be some of your concerns along the way?
Well, I think the primary goal is for Elizabeth, or all young kids, to be true to themselves, whatever that vocation may be. As you said, there's quite a few vocations, and as long as they know in their heart they've prayed and they're taking that right path. And as far as the pressures that are involved with young kids today, as I'm sure every generation and their parents before them feel that there's more pressure on young children as they grow older, and in this internet age there's that much more available to them. So of course you have some concerns, but you also have to have faith in your children, that they've been brought up in the faith, and they've been brought up in a home that respects life and others. So from that perspective, you have to trust, and that's what we've always done with both of our children. And so it'll eventually be up to Elizabeth to make sure that she's on the right path, and we're providing her that guidance as opposed to the other way around.
Wow. Elizabeth, I'm just curious, there's a lot of young people out there who are thinking, hey, I want to discern my vocation, and I'm not sure about this and that. Can you give them some advice or some tips along the way?
For sure. Just whenever you're thinking about, or whenever you're not sure, just talk to a lot of people. I can talk to Father Toby, I can talk to my father, and of course him above, and just always know, do what's right in your heart, do what you love, and make sure that you live a happy life, because you only live it once.
Wow, cool. And cheer for the right team.
Of course.
I'm noticing you're wearing New Orleans.
New Orleans Saints.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for taking time out to do this interview, and I wish you God's blessings as you continue to discover what God's dream is for you.
Thank you.
And with you, Father.
Thank you.